What's up?
Okay, welcome to the Dude Podcast, episode 66. This is our NBA episode. We are talking Dallas Mavericks. We're talking Suns 5-0 with KD back. And we're talking Celtics, Bucks. Who's the favorite in the East? And yeah, let's ride, dude.
Let's get it.
Dude, let's talk some basketball. We're coming up, just a couple more weeks till playoffs start. These next,
Dude, it's like a couple more days. Like, I mean, aren't
mm,
well, I'm saying like I guess the season's almost over, the regular
oh yeah,
season.
I think I think every team has 6 games left,
Is that what they've got?
7 games left.
Really? Do we really have that many games left? I feel like
Uh,
there's less. I feel like there's less.
let
Before
me
we,
see.
sorry, I'm just questioning you.
No, yeah, let's look it up.
Um, I'm just checking the Kings schedule
The
because I was,
Suns have 4 after
oh,
today,
okay.
so
The Kings have 3 games after
I guess
Tuesday.
three to 4 games
Oh,
left.
wait. Yeah, 4 games. Sorry.
Looks like the season ends April 9th.
Yep.
Um, and then the playoffs start April 16th or 15th.
Yeah.
Sorry. So right around the corner.
Heck yeah,
This
dude.
next week and a half of basketball is going to be an absolute privilege. If you need any sports betting tips, we'll go over some of that in this episode. So stay tuned.
Absolutely.
Keep a lookout for that. But yeah, let's get into it. Mavericks at the trade deadline obviously traded for Kyrie Irving and
Man.
started off kind of fun. Evan was drinking that Luca Kool-Aid,
I
falling
mean,
for all the media tactics.
okay. I've always been on Luca. It's not just since Kyrie's gotten there,
Okay,
but whatever.
okay, it's fine,
Whatever.
it's fine. Uh, Luca cries after every ref call, but nobody talks about it. Luca goes, they're 1 for 6 in their last 7 games, but Luca's still a darling. He's got Kyrie now. He's got no excuses. They still stink. What is the new excuse for Luca? What's your new take to back your boy up, Evan? Let's hear
Okay,
it.
so yeah, okay. Here's actually my take. I might have switched up a little bit. Might have switched it up a little bit just because I did watch one of their games, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a Luca highlight lover. Let's put it that way. I
Media,
did
falling for the media.
media, yeah, and I get it. But
Sir Clickbait.
yeah, I watched one of their games, and he does whine quite a bit. He like I don't know what it was. Like it was like a stupid like I think it was the game that he made that crazy pass. There was like a play like a couple possessions earlier where um like it was like an over the back. It was an over the back call. Didn't get called, but like he jumped up and down and like stomped the floor. And I was like, ooh, I don't like that look. Don't like it.
Luca is definitely the biggest crybaby in the NBA.
Yeah. Okay.
No question.
He's a
If
baller, but
Tim
yeah.
if Tim Duncan and Manu Ginobili had a baby, you're looking at him. He wears number 77 for Dallas. All right. His name's Luca. That's him.
Oh man.
Just every
Just
call, he's got to say something, you know?
you're so salty about the Spurs.
Listen, we're not going to go into that. We're not going to go into that right now. But uh
Oh man.
Mavericks are 1-6 in their last 7 games.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they make the playing game or have they punched their ticket to Cancun already?
I think they're in Cancun, man. I think they are done. I do not think they make the playing game. I
Really?
think they are in shambles right now. They had that nice, it was like a crazy ending to push OT against the Hawks today, and they still lost. They lost by 2. That's just gotta be exhausting. Gotta be exhausting. You're putting up 130 points. I don't know how many Luca had tonight, but I mean, like that just like that's gotta just be. Let's look. Luca had, I mean, Kyrie had 41 and Luca had 22. Luca was 3 of 12 from three, not good. Yeah, dude, they lost to the Hawks, man, in overtime. Your two best players combined for 63 points, and the next highest was 18. Christian Wood off the bench, dude. No, they are done. They're in Cancun. Kyrie's in like freaking, I mean, where like I don't even why I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful. I don't even know where he would go. Timbuktu, who knows, dude?
I don't know either. And what sucks too is that OKC lost today to the Suns,
Yeah.
and so you had a chance to kind of win and take that 10th seed, and you're
Yep.
still only a game out of the 10th seed, and it looks like you're 2 games out of the 8th seed. But
Hey, what's
like
their schedule? What's their schedule like? So they play Sacramento on Wednesday. They play Chicago on Friday, and they play the Spurs on Sunday. So I think they could go 2-1 in those three games,
okay,
but
so
they
here's
could.
OKC's three remaining
Okay.
games.
Okay.
You got in Golden State,
Oof.
you're at Utah,
Okay.
and you're at home against the Grizzlies, and I doubt the Grizzlies play any of their starters. So
No, yeah,
I
yeah.
can also see OKC going 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
A young,
Yeah.
hungry team that is like
Yeah.
able to get in a playing game. I don't
Basically just
know.
fighting to play the Lakers is basically what they're doing.
Right.
And dude, I don't think they make it. I think Dallas is done. I think I could very well see Dallas losing. I mean, Dallas has a worse record than Chicago. I could see Chicago beating them.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's at. I think it's in Dallas. So they play in Dallas. So they play the next. Oh, they all three at home. All three at home for Dallas.
Mm,
So
okay.
I mean, take that how you will. I mean, but it's tough. I mean, I could see, yeah, Dallas, in my opinion, Dallas is done. What I mean, how do you feel about it?
Oh man, I would love Dallas to not even make the playing game. That would be
Yeah,
absolutely hilarious.
yeah.
Uh, but I just feel like they get it figured out. Obviously,
In
the
these
NBA
three
would
games?
yeah, the NBA would much rather have Dallas in that 10 seed than OKC.
Oh, no. The script.
The script.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a hard time seeing Dallas not making the play in. But man, that would be so hilarious. I'm so
Yeah.
pro Dallas not making the play-in game.
Yeah, and
Um,
I will say I told Joe I would shout him out because he did he did call this. Like the second it happened, he's like, dude, Dallas is gonna start sucking. Like Dallas was like as far up as like the 4 seed in the West, and then they've dropped. And I mean, shout out Joe for calling it. I think I disagreed with him just for the sake of disagreeing with him. Um, just because it's fun to disagree with Joe. But I yeah, he called it. He knew this was gonna happen. So I mean, I think everybody knew this was gonna happen, but
yeah, and the Mavericks did a great job of hedging their bet on Kyrie
hmm
because this is his last year of his contract. And so if they don't want to re-sign him, they don't have to, and they will have a major caps. They'll have a lot of
yeah.
cap space to use in free agency. And a lot of people are speculating that LeBron James is going to go to Dallas.
Can you imagine that?
I think it was LeBron. I forgot. It was LeBron and somebody else that was going to, go
Watch,
team up with Luca in Dallas.
watch it be like LeBron and like DeRozan or something like that.
Oh,
Like
I,
just
I
like
thought it was Draymond Green. I think Draymond Green
really,
and LeBron were going to go team up with Luca. Of course, this is some random speculation I've seen, but
yeah,
wouldn't
I
that
don't
be
know.
crazy?
That'd be nuts, dude. I don't know if Mark Cuban
Knucking
and
futs,
LeBron,
man.
yeah, knucking fucks. But
Knucking futs, man.
I just don't feel like LeBron and Mark Cuban can coexist. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I feel like Mark Cuban has his thumb on a lot of stuff, and LeBron basically is the owner of the Lakers right now, so it's tough. But hey,
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns, KD returned on Wednesday against the T Wolves. Uh, in his first 5 games with the Suns, he's averaging 27.6 points a game, 6.6 rebounds, and 4 assists a game. He's shooting 52% from the three, and he's shooting 59.3% from the field.
yeah,
Absolutely balling. Suns are hot. Again, it's going to come down to, can the bench just give the starting lineup enough time to breathe? And I don't know. It's close. It's going to be close, man.
yeah.
But
Can Ish Wainwright hold off the other team?
yeah,
Just kidding.
like Cameron Payne, can Cam
Yeah,
Payne get some buckets?
I think he's a baller.
Damian Lee. Yeah, Cam Payne's good. He's just
Yeah,
kind of like, again, you just don't know. Like, there's games where he just hits ridiculous shots, and you're like, sweet.
yeah.
Uh, can Damian Lee shoot shoot the shot from deep? Can Ross come in and make some plays?
Hmm.
Can Bismack Biyombo play big
Oh,
and
yeah,
play big time defense? You're just asking a lot of guys to do a lot, and that,
yeah,
and if the Suns can't get a big enough lead, again, I just feel like the Suns will play catch up a lot most of the game. But
yeah.
go
Well,
for it.
I just feel like the Suns aren't scoring enough points, man. Not scoring enough. I feel like that game, like they're putting up like 107 the other night. Um, I just don't know. I don't know if I like. I mean, I don't know. They put up a decent amount against the Thunder today, but I just, dude, like they're not. That's the thing. Like that's the thing with the lead. Like they need to score more. This is the league where like you gotta score a ton of points to win games, or you gotta play extremely good defense, which I think the Suns can. Um, but yeah, I mean, dude, freaking, that's the difference. KD 5-0 since he's been a Sun. The Mavericks, they're like, I think, like you said, they're 1-6 in the last 7 games with Kyrie
Yeah.
on the floor. So, there's a big difference when it comes to these types of players. So,
So in the last 3 games with KD, they scored 107 points against Minnesota, 100 points against Denver, and 128 points against the Thunder today. So
yeah,
they're averaging 111.7 points a game. But here's their defense stats. All right,
okay,
gave up 100 to the Minnesota Timberwolves, who can put up points. All right,
mm-hmm.
they gave up 93 points against Denver. Denver was without Jokic and Jamal
Mm-hmm.
Murray.
Yeah,
And then they gave up 118 to OKC today. The defense just looks a lot,
yeah,
just a lot better with Kevin Durant.
yeah,
I think DeAndre Ayton can play way more aggressive, having that backside help from KD. Uh, yeah, I feel like they're not scoring a ton of points, but their defense has dramatically changed in a
yeah,
good way.
yeah. Yeah, and I think that's going to be the deciding factor on whether or not they're going to, you know, go far. So, and I mean, like
Um,
I do see because like the Thunder, I feel like the Thunder average like 100 freaking 40 points a game. They score a ton. So the fact they only gave it 118 to them was good. So,
yeah, Suns are the current favorite in the West at plus 210.
hmm,
Followed right behind is the Nuggets at plus 270, Warriors at plus 440, Grizzlies at plus 500, and Lakers at plus 1700.
yeah, watch the
Do you
Lakers win
see
it.
do you see the Suns winning the West?
No, so tough, so tough. Dude. I mean, I could. yes, I can see it happening. I feel like the Warriors, man. It's the Warriors. I hate this. I hate saying it's the Warriors, but I think, dude, oh man. I know
I
you hate
hate
me
you.
for that.
I hate you. I
I mean,
hate you.
I really can see it happening. It's so tough to bet against freaking Steph and Clay when they're healthy. So
The
stuff.
Warriors are
Plus,
so weird though.
I know.
They lost to Denver tonight. You know, they had to lead the whole game
Do they
and
have
lose it at the
Wiggins
end.
though? Is Wiggins back? No.
Uh, Wiggins is expected to return for the playoffs, so they're gonna
Yeah,
have. And the
it's tough,
fact,
man.
the Suns are gonna play the Warriors
Hmm.
probably round one. It'll either be the Warriors or the Clippers. It looks like round
Yeah,
one.
both tough teams,
So,
dude.
and we'll
Ah,
see what happens. You know.
yeah, yeah. How,
Okay.
dude? That would
Uh,
suck. That would suck if KD lost
yeah,
to the Warriors round one.
I do think you are right that there is a lot of value in Warriors at plus 440.
Hmm.
And there's also a lot of value at Lakers plus 1700.
I hate this. I hate the Lakers, but that's good value.
Lakers at plus 1700 is an amazing value. LeBron is just a total monster. And he does have that gear where when he's in the playoffs, he's got that gear that no one can kind of keep up with. So,
Yeah. Yep.
okay. Obviously, I have the Suns winning the
Yeah.
West. Not like this chump across from me,
Yeah.
freaking picking
Yeah.
the Warriors.
Come on.
Uh, you still got that L in your head from last year, huh?
Yeah, I do have the big freaking fat L that they served the Celtics last year on my mind.
But let's get into the Celtics. Celtics blow out the Bucks this week,
Yeah.
won by like 40,
41. 41. Yep.
41, excuse me.
Sorry.
Bucks are the current favorite to win the East at plus 120. Celtics are right behind at plus 150. Do you feel like that this game was legit? Or are the Celtics should the Celtics be a favorite to win the East?
Um, it's tough to say these like one games are legit because like there are these games where like the Celtics will get blown out with everybody on the floor. But I do think that this game was like a hey, did you forget that we are really good as well? Like, I mean, here's their points. Here's their starters. Okay, the Celtics against the Bucks. You had Brown with 30, Tatum with 40. Marcus Smart had 10, but he had 8 assists. Um, Derek White, like he's just like I love him on defense. He only had 8 and 5, but then you had Horford with 14. You had Brogdon off the bench with 14. You had multiple people off the bench with points, rebounds, assists. Um, and then like the Bucks, like Giannis balls out, and then Drew Holiday puts up 6. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's games that are going to be like that, and it's tough because like these series, if they match up in the playoffs, are 7 games. Do I see this happening 7 times or 4 times, let's say, for them to sweep them? Absolutely not. But I do think that this was a legit game. I do think that the Celtics just kind of, and it was in Milwaukee. Like, dude, freaking blew them out. So I like it.
Okay, so here are the last three games. Looks like Boston beat Milwaukee
Yep.
on Christmas Day
Yep.
by like 20. Looks like it was a blowout. It looks like Milwaukee ended up winning the next one in February, a
Yep.
close game,
Mm-hmm.
and then Boston wins by 41. So it's like whoever wins just wins. Whoever
Mm-hmm.
loses just loses.
Yeah.
But they are averaging 134.7 points against the Bucks, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
They're shooting 53.5% from the field, shooting 43% from three. And man, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Yeah.
what I think the Bucks are just tough and good defenders and can just score, you know.
Yeah. But
But it does look like the Celtics definitely can take down the Bucks. It's going to be
I think
close though.
so.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. And then I think the odds kind of attest to that, just because, like, what was it, 120, 150? Um, I mean, I think either one of those it's interchangeable. Like, it's going to be tough. Like, I think it's going to come down to who has a longer, like, first series. Like, I think the thing that helped the Celtics out last year is they swept the Nets. Um, and then they go on to play the Bucks after that. And then, I mean, Middleton was out, but, like, whatever. So he but then they end up going to 7 against Milwaukee, but they win game 7 in Milwaukee. I think it's just gonna be tough. It's gonna depend on who has a, and that's what sucks is, dude, the East is pretty weak right now. The bottom half of the East is weak. So I think both teams are gonna have some pretty easy, like, roads to playing each other. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's hard not to pick the Bucks just because I have the Bucks still in my mind from a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and Giannis is so good. Brook Lopez can shoot and play big. They have shooters, and their bench is, I wouldn't say as good as the Celtics, but you know,
Yeah.
dang near close, the
Yeah.
same as as the Celtics bench. And
Yeah.
so it seems like it's a lock, unless somebody unfortunately gets injured. It just looks like that's going to be the lock for the Eastern Conference Finals is
Yeah.
Bucks and Celtics. So
I agree. I agree.
I'm excited for that series. That series
Yeah.
that series will be must see television. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but that's all I got for this week. Again, basketball regular season's coming up to the end.
Yep.
3 to 4 games left for each team. And so this next week we'll have our predictions for the playoffs. We'll have our seeds kind of getting all ready, taking place, ready
Yep.
to make some future bets. And so stay tuned for next week's episode. We'll go over all the futures we like to. And so yeah, we'll see you next week. Peace.
Later.